Today I'm going to be making some chicken drumsticks that I'm going to cook in my Instapot, and then I'm going to finish them up on the grill. So let's see how that's going to turn out today. Chicken drumsticks are nice and cheap meat to buy, and the kids like it, so I don't make dark meat a whole lot, but it's something I'm trying to start doing. So I'm going to give these a quick salt first, and then I'm going to stack them in the Instapot. I put down my trivet in there first because I don't want these to sit on the bottom, because I don't really want them to boil. I'd rather them steam. So I'm just going to stack them up here. And then, of course, with all Instapot recipes, you've got to add some liquid. So I'm going to add about a cup of water. And we're going to put the lid on. And we're going to pressure cook on high for 10 minutes. Oops. And let's make sure that the vent is sealed. You make sure that's sealed by turning the vent away from you towards the wall. And it's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes to come to pressure, and then it's going to cook for 10 minutes. While we're waiting on the chicken to cook, I'm going to prepare a potato packet to throw on the grill. I've made these before and I really enjoyed them. They were really good. So I'm going to make them again. First thing you're going to do is cut a piece of foil and spray it with some nonstick cooking spray. I sliced my potatoes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub those in. I'm sorry about my video. My videographer is not here today, so I'm trying to do it myself. So I'm going to put these potatoes in some olive oil, and I'm going to make sure that those are well coated. I'm going to lay them out in a single layer on the aluminum foil, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to season them in just a minute. Alright, I have all the potatoes laid out in a single layer. I made a mixture of rosemary herb seasoning, any kind of rosemary would be fine, and some paprika. I did it in about a 1/3, 1-to-3 ratio. I'm going to mix that together. First of all, I'm going to salt the potatoes. And then I'm going to mix up the seasoning, and I'm going to sprinkle that all over the potatoes. Then I'm going to flip them, and I'm going to do the other side. And then after I do that, I'm going to top the second side with some grated Parmesan cheese on top. And then I'm going to cut a second piece of foil, the same size as the first piece, and I'm going to lay it over top and roll up the edges and seal those. And then we're going to throw that on the grill. Okay, I seasoned both sides with salt, rosemary, and paprika, and now I'm going to season sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese over the second side. Giving it just a nice extra flavor. And then I cut a second sheet of aluminum foil. I sprayed that as well, so I'm going to put the sprayed side down. Cover that. I'm going to roll up the edges and seal that, and we're going to throw that on the grill for 10 minutes for one side, flip it over, and cook it for 10 minutes on the second side. Chicken's done cooking, so I'm going to quick release the pressure by turning the nozzle toward me on top, which lets the steam escape, which reduces the pressure so that it's safe to remove the lid. After that, we're going to take out the chicken, throw it on the grill, make some sauce for it. The potatoes are already on there cooking. The pressure took a couple minutes to release. I knew it was done when this silver circle dropped down in and it stopped making noise, so I safely removed the lid. I took out my chicken, and it's ready to go on the grill. Alright, I'm going to try a sauce tonight that I've never tried before, so who knows if this is going to be good. So I'm going to start out with 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. My family are not big sauce people, so we'll see how that works out. 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. 1/4 of a cup of honey. This is local honey. Props to Conrad. This is supposed to be obviously a sweet sticky sauce. So kids in my family like candy, so hopefully this will work. And then we're going to add about half that much soy sauce. So I have the nice little half lines in my measuring cups, so I know exactly where to stop. I'm just eyeballing most of it anyhow. And then a clove of garlic. You can also use barbecue sauce on these. We're not big barbecue fans, so I thought maybe we'd make a couple with barbecue, a couple with this sweet sticky sauce, and see what we like. Chicken and potatoes are cooking on the grill and it smells great. All right, in my haste, I realized I made a mistake with the sauce, so I'm going to tell you how to do it right. The way that I showed you how to do the sauce was to be used as a marinade. If you'd like to use it as an actual sauce, you need to cook it so that it becomes thick. So place all of those ingredients in a saucepan, bring it to a boil, reduce that to a simmer, and cook it for about 15 minutes or until it's thick enough to use as a sauce. And that'll be a lot better and it'll char up more on the grill. Also, in hindsight, I think I rushed the chicken a little bit too much. I should have left it on the grill a couple minutes longer to get a little bit more char on it. It could have used more of that. So here's the recipe for the chicken and the sticky sauce, and here is the recipe for the potatoes, which were absolutely perfect, by the way. A new family favorite.